Hey you guys, welcome back to Journeys with Jay. In today's video, we'll be going over the overlay method and what I do to fill in my nail sets. If you want to see how I achieve this, then please continue to watch. Today's video is in collaboration with Melody Susie. They've sent me over this cordless nail drill. It is a part of their P series, and getting the chance to try this out, am already in love. It's super easy and convenient to move around with. You don't have the hassle of the cord, and that is so amazing to me. As you can see here, these are the contents of the box. So of course we have our portable drill, and it is a USB-C cord that charges the drill. We also have some drill bits as well as buffers. They also send you in the charger cord, a brush, more drill bits, some sanding bands, and again, here's the drill. As I'm cutting it on, you want to just hold down that power button. The number 1 speed is where you start off, and it goes all the way up to in the 20s. The cool thing also about this is if you find a setting that you like, so say if I stop at 7, I can just click the power button once and it'll pause it, and then you can click it again to restart it back exactly where you already were, so that you don't have to constantly go back and change the number. And so here I'm actually testing out a different drill bit that did not come with the file, and it's compatible. It's working just fine. This is what I like to use to remove gel polishes and just to kind of cut down some of the bulk of any gel nails. These are also really good for acrylic, but me, I mostly work with gel nails. And so here I still had the drill on a pretty low setting, I believe about a 3. So I was like, you know what, let's go ahead and cut this up a little bit more, just so that I don't have to keep going over spots continuously. And by taking it up to just a 5, I mean, I was able to work through that nail pretty quickly, removing a lot of the bulk, so that we can move on to the preparation of filling in this overlay method. Now I've switched over to one of my sanding bands just to really even out that nail and ensure that all of the gel polish is completely removed, as well as any additional layers of builder gel. I just want to have a nice clean canvas before we go in with the builder gel. Next, I'm going in with a nail file. At this part, it doesn't really matter as much like which file you choose to use. I'm just really smoothing out the surface of my nails and sharpening up the shape again, because I feel like I lost a bit of that shape with the drilling and filing, and we just really want to ensure that we start off with a nice even canvas, or as even as possible. So I will repeat this for all of the nails, and we'll get on to the next step. Okay, and this is what the nails are looking like. Next, we are going to go in with our cuticle nippers and just lift any areas around the base of the nail that may have started to lift. I just like to give it a little help to lift it a little bit more, just to see if it'll come up, and then I'll clip away any part of the nail that has lifted. Now I'm going in with the builder gel application. Now, honestly, this is going to be the same exact approach that we take when we initially do the overlay method when you're going in to do a fill. However, when you apply the product, we're actually applying it just a little bit in front of the cuticle area and pushing it back, instead of applying it directly in the center of the nail and then working the product back and then going all the way to the tip. We want to try to keep the apex the way that it is and maybe slightly build it up depending on how much of the bulk you've removed. But for the tip, we just want to ensure that we're spreading the product down just lightly, not too much, because you don't want the tip of your nail to start to get bulky and for there to be product just kind of hanging out on the very tip of the nail, creating like that rounded bubble effect. So as you can see here, I'm just making sure to brush all of that product off of the very tip of the nail. And I'm going in with a little bit more product. I have not cured the nail or anything, and you'll see that I'm kind of doing a back and forth swiping motion, or like zigzag with the product, because I really want it to build the builder gel up exactly over my natural nail, and again keeping it thinner over the tip of the nail. And then I'm flipping the nail over just to create more of an apex and to assist with the product leveling out. After I'm done with that, I'm just flash curing it so that I can move on to the rest of the nails and not mess up the first one. Of course, you'll see me repeating those same steps on the rest of the nails, just starting more so back towards the first half of the nail and really working that product back towards the cuticle, and then lightly brushing it over the tip, making sure not to leave a lot of extra product over the tip of the nail. So you're using pretty much light pressure back towards that cuticle because that's where we want most of the product, and then we're applying more pressure when we're brushing downward towards the tip of the nail. After repeating that process for the rest of my nails, This is what everything is looking like, and I'm just going to go in my big lamp for 60 seconds, curing everything in place. Now I'm just taking an alcohol wipe and removing any sticky layer that may be hanging around, or any gel that may just need to be wiped away, or residue. That's essentially what we're using the alcohol wipe for. These are just the cloths that I get from Target. You can go in with just a lint-free wipe and some alcohol, and that'll be good enough. Now we just want to work and smooth out the surface of the nail, making sure that everything is even and that we don't have any, lumps and bumps. In the builder gel application, I'm just using one of my sponge nail files. I do prefer these as they're just not overly aggressive, and it'll still get the job done. However, if you want to maintain the thickness of the nail, then I'd rather go in with something a little bit more on the soft side, something that's a little bit more gentle. And just to make sure that the nail shape is cleaned up, I'm going in with a nail file, and I'm just really going around that cuticle area to make sure it's nice and flushed. And then I'm going up the sides of the nail to really sharpen out that shape, making sure that my stiletto nails are stiletto or almond, whichever shape I really want to go for that day. But I really love to have nice, crisp, clean lines when it comes to the shape of my nail, as that can be lost, especially with builder gel application. And I'm just using that same alcohol wipe that I did on the previous clip to remove any nail dust and really clean up those cuticles. This portion of today's video is in collaboration with Born Pretty. They sent me over some really beautiful gel polishes. This one is their Milky Jelly in 05. I absolutely love this packaging. I see that they've made some changes for sure, and the bottle is much bigger. So I'm going to go ahead and swatch this one. And I did actually choose this color myself. This is such a pretty nude color, and I wanted something that I could use as my base tone for any nail set. And I find that this one is so pretty. It's not as pink as I would normally reach for, but I really like this. I love that it's not too pink, it's not too brown. It's just the perfect little nude tone. So this will definitely be getting reached for a lot. And next, I also received in one of the gel liner detail polishes. This one is a very pretty pink glitter gel polish, and I'm just going to clean a little bit of the product off of the brush. And this would be ideal for nail designs, French tips. You don't have to worry about too much cleanup, because once you've applied the product, you'll be able to go in and create very fine lines, which I personally love. I am a huge fan of the detail and liner gel polishes. The next product that they sent me that I was also anticipating is this liner paint gel, and this is a silver chrome. I absolutely love this product, you guys. The opacity in Born Pretty's gel polishes, chromes, glitters, nudes, everything is so amazing. Like, look at this. Can you see? What? So I don't have to apply a chrome powder and like do a black detail underneath and then go over top with chrome and then cure and all of these additional steps I don't have to do any longer, which I absolutely love. I will be using this in a future nail set for sure. On the left hand side, you can see I have their metal painting gel, which is what I used at first before I got this liner in, so I'm really happy. This is so much quicker and convenient. However, I did also get the Alchemist potted gel liner, as I absolutely love this being more of that bronzy kind of gold. It's more antique vibes, and I have some really pretty looks in mind for that one. They also sent me this really pretty aura powder, which I'm actually going to be using in today's video. So for our nail design today, I'm going to be applying 2 coats of the Milky Jelly gel polish in 05, and I'm going to make sure that I cure it for 60 seconds upon applying each layer. I will be going in with a thin layer of my D&D top coat and curing it for 30 seconds. Next, I'll be taking one of my little applicators and lightly dipping it into the Aura powder, and I'm just going to work that over all of the nails, being sure to like really buff it all the way around the nail, near the cuticle, all the way down to the tip, just making sure that I'm really rubbing this in to every crevice of the nail so that we don't have any of the regular gel polish just exposed. This creates a very nice pearl-esque finish to all of the nails, which I was really excited about, and it looks so pretty, you guys. It's so pretty. Now that I have the powder applied to all the nails, I'm just dusting off any additional powder that will remove itself from the skin or around the nails. And then I'm going in and applying a pretty generous coat of the top coat from D&D again, making sure to cap off the edges of all of the nails and ensuring not to get any of that top coat on my skin, so that the cleanup afterwards, removing all of that Aura powder, is going to be extremely easy. Once I'm done applying that top coat, I'm going to go ahead and cure it in my big lamp for 60 seconds. I also wanted to apply some little bows. I got these off of Amazon and they literally matched the nails so perfectly. Like, this was completely just a coincidence. And I'm like, oh, we absolutely have to apply these onto the nails. These are so cute. So what I'm going to do is go in with my Macart rhinestone glue. I'm going to apply just a little dollop on the nails that I want to apply the bows to. So here I'm doing it with the thumb, and I'm applying it right in the center of the nail. Here I'm just applying that bow and moving it around inside of that rhinestone glue just to make sure that all of it's coated nicely under the bottom so that I don't have to worry about it popping off or anything. And then I'm just using one of my manicure little Q-tips and cleaning up any gel that has seeped out and does not look as clean and uniform, making sure that the placement is right. And then I'm just going to go ahead and flash cure that bow in place. Once all of my bows are applied exactly where I want them to be, I'm going to go ahead and do one final cure in my big lamp for 60 seconds, and this is going to be our final look. I absolutely love how this turned out, and now we have our set of nails to last us 3 to 4 more weeks before we need to do another fill-in. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Ciao.